Kevin Brayshaw, Darren Madigan, Ethan James, all here with you. And joining us on the line, he's a man who's done everything in rugby league. 45 tests for Australia, 33 origins for Queensland, 309 first-grade games for the Broncos and Panthers. Currently, he's the captain of the Redcliffe Dolphins Intrust Super Cup team, and he's one of the faces of this weekend's Turn to Me campaign. Petero Civoniceva, welcome to SportzScene.
G'day, thank you very much.
No worries, mate. Thank you very much for being here. This weekend, the 15th round of the Intrust Super Cup is the Turn to Me round. Mate, tell us exactly what is this weekend all about?
Yeah, I guess it's just in response to a couple of unfortunate circumstances that occurred to a couple of our young players, one in the NRL and young Alex Alassala, who took his own life a few months ago. So it was just about us at the game trying to respond to that, and one way to do that is obviously, open up that line of communication about what young guys need to do. We play a tough game, a tough sport, but one of the attributes of that is, when it comes to issues in our personal life, we tend to keep that to ourselves. It's so important that for young men especially, that when they get into a bit of a tough situation, they're able to talk about it straight away. So what we're trying to do is obviously to let guys know that it's important to talk to a friend, talk to a coach, someone that's trusted in their life. Once they can talk about that issue, it's a lot easier to resolve as opposed to keeping it to yourself.
Mate, you mentioned that it's sort of a reaction to some things that have happened earlier in the season. Tell us, who are the players that got, the main players that got this all moving towards what we now have as the Turn to Me round? How did it all come about? Who are the major players involved in it?
Yeah, Steve Johnson, CEO at the Ipswich Jets, and Isaac Armau, who's a fellow front rower here at Redcliffe. Alex was a good friend of Isaac's, and he had affected Isaac greatly. So he wanted to do something, spoke to me about it. With the help of Steve, we were able to talk to Queensland Rugby League, and from that, we were able to put together a fantastic ad that has featured probably for the last week, and again, just bring that awareness to what's such an important.
Absolutely, mate. And look, you touched on it a little bit, but an interesting theme that's been running through all the stories I've read about it and the ad that you just talked about there, the theme that's running through it is toughness. Now, you made a career of being a tough man in a tough sport, but tell me about the toughness that you're trying to promote in this campaign.
Yeah, and obviously in football, we talk about that toughness, and the way we approach the game, how hard we hit, how hard we run the ball up. And it's just about with this toughness that we're talking about, it's the toughness, that ability to be able to open yourself up and talk to someone when things get a bit tough in your life. So it's really important for young guys to know that if there is an issue in their life that's getting them down. It can be an issue that seems a big one at that time. Once they start to talk, we can realise that we break that down and then find a solution to that issue, and that's the way to handle it, really, to be able to have that strength and that toughness to be able to talk to someone times of need.
That's it. Look, Darren Madigan, I'll bring you in, mate. You got any questions for Petero about the Turn to Me round?
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. Petero, the life of a professional sports, especially the football codes, it's not normal by any means. I don't think anybody would think it is. You guys train a vast portion of the day, and it's pretty full on. Do you think that, is there any more do you think there's more depression you'll find in sports like football, or is it just an extension of what we're seeing in society?
I think it is an extension of what is happening in society. I think as young men, especially, there's I guess so much bravado and so much front. You want to portray that to your friends, your mates, and that's no different for young guys. Being a professional footballer, no doubt, being a professional athlete, you are in a cocoon. You do live in a bubble, and that you're surrounded by your teammates, and what you do week in, week out is off across the media. So that's something that the respective clubs do a really good work with each player in the education that they provide and the support networks that are out there. Obviously, we don't get it right, and we've seen cases of that in the last week or so. But it's no different for young men playing professional rugby league as to young men out in the community. We just have to make sure that young guys know that when they do find themselves in a spot of bother, they have an issue in their life that seems really tough to try and overcome. It's just so important they find someone to talk to about.
Do you think the boys, especially the younger ones, are starting to accept that help a bit more, or is it still a problem?
I think we've come a long way, but in saying that, to have those this year with players within our code, again highlights that this is an ongoing issue that we really have to keep that information going out there, whether it's in the form of the ads that we're doing here with Send to Me round, whether it's just making sure that young men know that there's hotlines available that they can call if they don't have friends or family that they are concerned to. It's just so important we keep on so that we're not confronted with another tragedy, another sad situation.
It's 12 minutes to 10 here on SportzScene on 101 FM. Kevin Brayshaw, Darren Madigan, Ethan James, all with you. We're talking to Petero Civoniceva, a rugby league legend, former Bronco and Panther, currently the captain of the Redcliffe Dolphins Intrust Super Cup team.
Yeah, g'day Petero, Ethan here, mate. Just congratulations, and of course on the initiative, and it's great to see all the clubs getting behind it and all that sort of stuff. But we'll talk a little bit about footy on the field. Coming back to Redcliffe, tell us a little bit about your decision to come back and play Intrust Super Cup. I understand, of course, you've got all your junior roots are in the Redcliffe area, but tell us a little bit about your decision to come back and play for the Dolphins.
Yeah, it was something that I've always wanted to do, and whilst I was playing with the Broncos, playing in the NRL. It was always that desire to come back to my junior club and have a season. And, it's just fantastic the way the club have accepted me back in to the fold again. And, a lot of the people that were very influential in my junior days are still here at the club. So it's really nice to connect with them again and just to be around the team. It's been, a really enjoyable all around.
And how have you found the standard of the coming back? And of course, you're having to juggle now work and family and footy. How's that all going?
It's been fantastic. I'm really fortunate with work. I work full time now for the NRL as a community engagement officer. So I'm doing a lot of kilometres at the moment, getting around the state, all over Queensland and North Wales, just with our work, our one community work. In our primary schools and high schools, and also to our junior rugby league club. So that's been fantastic, and I'm able to balance that out with my commitments to Redcliffe. We train 3 nights a week, I'm handling it okay, as all the boys that do. It's been a really good season. It's been a tough season. We're battling it out here at Redcliffe, but we've got a real big test this week. Taking on the Northern Pride tomorrow.
That's it, mate. You just got off the training paddock to come and talk to us for this one. Wrapping up, of course, leading into that game tomorrow against the Northern Pride. It'll be live on Channel 9, 2 p.m. from Dolphin Oval. How are the boys looking heading into this big clash against the side that's leading the competition?
Yeah, it's been a great week of preparation. No doubt. 2 points against my coast last week was very handy for us. But it's really important we start to build some momentum coming into the back end. Season. We're probably placed with quite a few other sides that don't want to let those top sides pull away too much. So if we're able to pick up a couple of points here tomorrow, and then if we can get a bit of a roll on, that'll help our cause in getting to the semi-finals. But the mood here at the Redcliffe camp is really positive, and looking forward to taking on the benchmark of it. In the Northern Pride tomorrow. That's
it. Best of luck for you tomorrow, mate. Another thing I wanted to ask you about, I read about it earlier in the year, but haven't heard a lot about it in recent times. It was said that you were looking to play for Fiji in the World Cup at the end of the season. Is that still something that's on the cards for you?
Yeah, look, for me, it'd be nice to, I guess, acknowledge my heritage. My family came from Fiji when I was at a very young age. I was only 6 months old, settled here in Redcliffe. So I think for me to be a part of that World Cup, whether it's playing or a role off the field with the team, is just about, I guess, promoting the game in Fiji. It's you know, the interest in rugby league is massive now with the amount of boys playing with Fijian heritage in NRL. So this would certainly take it to another level. So yeah, look, I'll see how the body holds out. If I can get through the next 6 months or so, I'll definitely put my hand up for it.
That's it. And finally, mate, before we let you go, we can't have you on the show a couple of days before Origin without asking you a little bit about it. The Queensland team, a couple of changes to them. The big thing, you as being one of Queensland's all-time great props, there's just the one main prop in the side in Matty Scott. What do you make of the Queensland forward pack going into Game 2?
Yeah, I like the balance. Obviously, it's unfortunate with the omission of Dave Shillington and Ashley Harrison, but I think the young guys that brought in John Harley, you know, certainly will add that energy around the park where we really need to match the Piles. I mean, that's where they beat us, and that momentum that they were able to lead from that first 20 minutes. That energy that they, I guess, used to. You know, we certainly have to match that or better that in that first 20 minutes of Origin 2. So it's going to be a great challenge for the boys, but I reckon we'll be right.
That's it. Look, Queensland, you've been there plenty of times with Queensland. We've lost the first game and come back into Game 2. The last two times that Queensland have lost Game 1 and come back to a Game 2 in Brisbane, they've been big wins, 30-0 and 30-6. It was. Look, the Queensland support, how much will it lift them going into Game 2, running out of the Suncorp? Yeah,
look, it'll be the excitement already. You know, you can feel all the Queensland supporters pulling out the Moraine early. You know, and no doubt will definitely lift the team. And it's always such a special occasion, you know, getting to play Origin at Park. So I know the boys will be fired up and ready for a big performance.
That's it. Well, we'll let you go then. Thanks very much for being with us this morning, Petero. Congratulations on all the work that you guys have been doing with the Turn to Me round. It's the inaugural year. Hopefully it'll continue for years to come. The work that you do continues to impact the lives of people. Petero Civoniceva, thank you very much for being with us on SportzScene this morning.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.